The GBA is one of the most interesting handhelds ever. One of the things that makes it so interesting is the fact that this handheld is barely capable of projecting 3D graphics. And most of the games we've gotten for the GBA were amazing, but they were all 2D. But there's a selection of official 3D games that were actually released for the GBA. And one of these games is something like a proper 3D GTA. And no, I'm not talking about this game. I'm talking about this. This is Driver 3, which is a game that was released by Atari in 2004 for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. And it had a budget of $30 million. So around 3 Pokemon Legends ZAs. And the game itself was not received so well. So arguably the most interesting thing about this game is that they actually released a version for the Game Boy Advance. And this is what you might expect if you think about a GTA on the Game Boy Advance, but they just went ahead and tried to do everything that's possible on the Game Boy Advance, which means they actually just made a full 3D game. The crazy thing is that Atari released a few 3D games for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, look at this masterpiece right here. And if we look at this game on a big screen, it doesn't look so impressive. But if you take out your Game Boy Advance and you start the game on this device and you run around, it just feels so incredible that this is possible. You can drive in this game, you can walk around, you have all the kind of mechanics you would expect in a GTA game, and that's basically where the wow factor stops, because this game still doesn't feel like a full, complete, finished product. There's a reason why it was not received so well. But the fact that we got this at all is something that still amazes me to this day. Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine how it would have been like if Nintendo had actually tried to do everything with the GBA it was theoretically capable of. And honestly, it's a little bit surprising Nintendo didn't do it, because if you look at the Switch, for example, and you think about all the games Nintendo was able to put out on this device, even though the hardware wasn't so strong, it seems like they are really known for pushing weak hardware in the most amazing way possible. So basically the opposite of the Pokemon Company. But even though this game feels like it shouldn't run on the GBA and it completely blows everyone's mind when they see it, it is not the ceiling of what's possible. Because we actually got a game like Tomb Raider running in 3D on the Game Boy Advance, and arguably this is even more impressive. I just really would like to see what would come out if some people would actually throw a lot of budget at the GBA and try to make the most insane thing possible. And all of this just makes me wonder one thing. How is it possible that this thing runs on the GBA, but the best GTA we've ever gotten on the DS, which is so much more powerful, is this game? Come on, Rockstar. You could have at least given us San Andreas. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see another incredible thing on the GBA, I made my own 3D port of Minecraft for the GBA.